Okay, so we're moving forward with our understanding of Camera Raw, just looking at the basic edits, getting an understanding of the mechanics of Camera Raw, and we're going to go in and look at another section here. Let's go on in. And we're going to look at the effects tab. So we're moving from left to right. We start with basic, tone curve, detail, HSL, split toning, lens corrections, and now we're in effects. So two effects, grain and post-crop vignetting. So this works better here than it does on the other slider. The other one, it doesn't really work that well. Let's look at grain. So grain is adding that particle element to your image. And the idea is that that grain can be an aesthetic. Certain types of film and shutter speed combinations produce a certain amount of grain. And then when I choose the amount of grain, I can also choose the size of the grain, the actual size of the particles, and the roughness. Do I want those grain particles smooth or bulky? And that's my grain. I can choose how that grain is applied over my image. And it's an aesthetic. Either you like grain or you don't. I'm going to undo that by double clicking on those sliders, taking it back to its original setting. Let's go on to post-crop vignetting. So I have a slider here. If I slide it to the left, I'm creating a dark vignette. Now, how does this work? There's a midpoint. I can choose how far in that vignette goes. And then there's a roundness. Now, if I take the feather, drag that all the way over to the left, and now I adjust the midpoint and the roundness, you'll get an idea of what's happening with the vignette. And then if I take the feather back up, you'll see how I can carefully control that. So I take that feather, drag all the way down, find the type of shape I want, choose how far out or in I want that vignette, then pull that feather back up. And that's a good technique for applying a vignette. And I can do two types. If I drag it to the left on the mount, I'm doing a dark vignette. If I drag it to the right, I can do a ghosted, a frosted kind of a vignette on the edges of my image. And once again, this is an aesthetic. You can choose to use this or not. Let's stop there.